Hello there, today I'm going to talk to you about the Sebo X7 Extra in navy blue. Now Sebo do three standard machines which we sell. They do the white, they do this blue and they do the black. The white being the entry level, the black pet boost being the top of the range, and this one is in the middle of the range. But you know, I need to clear up a little bit of confusion about these blue machines. Sebo have this habit of making slightly different versions for different retailers in the same colour, and people find it very confusing. John Lewis do a blue X7 that looks pretty much the same as this. They call it the X7 Extra XL. They say it's a special edition. It isn't. All this is this with a couple of other bits and pieces with it. So in actual fact, if you're shopping around and trying to compare value, I can tell you straight away what is better value than the John Lewis one. And that is the black X7 Pet over here that we do. At the end, I'll put the video I did on that down there. That is the best selling machine, and that is the best value machine in our opinion. And it's certainly better value than anything you're going to find at JL. But we're going to talk about this one. This is the mid-range Sebo, the X7 Extra in blue. And this is the direct replacement for the old X4 Extra that you may be coming out of if you're a Sebo customer. Also, if you're coming out of a 20 or 30 year old X1, one of the modern X7s is the direct replacement for you. So what makes this mid-range? It comes with a couple of extra little bits and bobs that the bottom of the range one doesn't, and not quite as much as the one at the top of the range does. So this one comes with 3 onboard tools. It comes with a crevice tool, it comes with an upholstery tool, it comes with a brush tool, and it also comes with this extension hose, which is to help you get up the stairs or out to the car or wherever. And I'm going to show you that actually first, because I'm going to run you through a little bit of functionality so you can decide if this is the machine for you or not. So in common with all Sebo X series, you've got a quick release cable hook. You have a removable wand in order that you can get into tight spaces. You can put your tool on the end of the wand that enables you to get up to high places. If you stow the wand on the machine, you can take just the hose out, so you can put any of your tools just on the end of the hose, so you can get to sofas and so on. And then this is where the extension hose comes in. The extension hose joins to your existing hose. You can put any of your tools on the end of it, and that gives you the reach to get far away and up the stairs, for example. And additionally, if you use the wand, the hose clips back into the wand like that. You can put your tools on the end, and then you can also go far away and high up all at the same time. You know that little space at the top of the stairs you can never get to, you can't reach with nothing. There you go. That's what that's about. So that's a good piece of versatility, and that's why this is a good selling version of the X7. Let's take a look at filters, changing the bag, brush roll and basic servicing. So about bags, as you'll know, this is a bagged machine, and if you're not familiar with bags, you know, they're not like they used to be in like the 70s and the 80s with Hoover Juniors, where you change it every week or every couple of days even. These technology's moved on a little bit, even though it's still bags. These are a microfiber bag. They act as a filter. They are your first point of filtration, and the way these fill up, they fill up gradually and they fill up solid, so that by the time this is full, you take it out, it's going to weigh like a kilo. It's going to look like a house brick. So you're not going to use very many bags. Most people tend to only use a box of 8 every year. To change the bag, all you need to do is pop it out like that, bung it in the bin, get your new one, slide it back on the carrier. There's 2 little pins that you locate on the machine, and that lever there, that's all there is to that. You can, if you want, if you're environmentally conscious, you can also buy the commercial paper bags that we sell, and they have a plastic top the same, but they have a paper body. So when you come to get rid of them, some people like to take off the plastic top, bung it in the recycling with the plastics and the bottles, and then they can put the paper bag with the muck in with the garden bin, you know, the compostable bin that you have at home. So that way you're also recycling your muck. About filters. You can buy the filters separately, of course, whenever you need them. You're not going to need them very often. You need to think about them maybe every couple of years or so, or if they've noticeably degraded. So let's say you've got 3-point filtration. Your bag is your first one. There's a tower filter inside, which is your second filter. And on the back of the machine, there's just a little exhaust filter that pops out like that. You can buy a service box. What a lot of people tend to do, they tend to buy a couple of packets of bags, and then maybe on the third occasion they'll buy a service box, which is 2 filters and bags. A lot of people tend to do it like that. But there isn't a great deal to do there's no filters to wash, there's no cyclones to clean. That's all there is to do with filters and bags. The other thing I can show you is the brush roll. On the head here is a little button. Now you press that button, an end cap comes off. The brush roll, you turn it like a quarter of a turn, you can get it out. You can trim that off with a pair of scissors, get the hair off it, clean it up, and you can pretty much service this machine yourself. Pop it back in, it clicks home quite easily, like that. That is most of the servicing that you're going to have to do with this machine. So let's talk a little bit about design and why these are such a good machine. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos on other X machines, this little section is going to be a bit repetitive, so I apologise. With Sebo, there is an evolution of technology. This is from 1999. This is a Sebo X1 from 1999. The one you'll be buying today will be a Sebo X7. You can clearly see the family relationship, and there's a reason for that. It doesn't mean that this is old hat and nothing ever happened to it. It's not a bit of it. What happened was, Sebo evolved their technology, so over the years, if they find something that they can improve, they do. So they took what was an excellent product in the X1. We still repair X1s, we still sell most of the parts for X1s. Lots of people still have them, even though they're quite a few years old now. And what they did, as they went through the years, they said, oh, do you know what, we can improve that, we can make that a little bit stronger, we can make that better, we can improve the design of this. And over time, the technology evolves. So what you end up with is a very nice evolved machine. Now, you don't get this, you get this with Apple. Apple iPhones do that. Remember the early iPhones? And now you've got an iPhone, like the latest iPhone. There is a progression, isn't there? And that's why they're reliable. Shark, Dyson, companies like that, they don't do that. Dyson, for example, they bring out a cordless and they say, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then it's full of design faults. And they spend a couple of years fixing them all under warranty. And by the time they've got it right, and it's a pretty much a sorted machine that you would move on from, they bring another one out and they say, oh, this one's great now, all new technology. So you're in a constant rinse and repeat cycle of products that end up having to be corrected under warranty, and then they release something new. It's no good. And Sebo know this, and Sebo, on the whole, don't do that, certainly not with the core range. So you've got this is a very, very well evolved machine, and this is why they last a long, long time. It's not unusual for people who have a Sebo to have it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. I've even got one over there from 1978. We've got one that we cleaned the shop. A brown one over there, I've got other videos on YouTube about it. That's from before when the Berlin Wall came down. It says made in West Germany on the back. They do last a long time, and that's why they last a long time. Good technology. So, of course, you want to see how it works on the floor. Now, something that I should mention about these, if you have deep pile carpet, you are going to struggle to find any machine that works properly on it. These do. Sebo X series are very good on deep pile carpet due to the self-leveling mechanism. Now, what the self-leveling mechanism does, it's a computer-controlled self-leveling mechanism. So the machine reads the height of the floor and it adjusts the head accordingly. So you go on deep pile carpet, it'll lift up a little bit and the brush roll will do the work. You go on normal carpet, it'll run at a standard level. You move on to tiles or a hard floor, it'll move down again, all on its own. So no matter what type of floor surface you are on, the machine will correct itself to the right level. And there's 4 warning lights on the front, which I'll show you in a minute. 2 of them are just green up and down lights, and you'll see as you're using it, they'll just blink occasionally, and that's just telling you the machine is correcting itself. This is a little bit of carpet cleaning powder, just to give you an idea. So there's 4 warning lights on the front of the machine here. So you can see this one says down, this one says up, they go green, and they will alternate occasionally. You can ignore those really. They just tell you that the floor head is going up or down. You have a brush check light here. If that light's up red, it means the brush roll's unhappy about something. Maybe you've sucked a sock up or something like that. You suck a sock up or a tea towel or anything that blocks the machine like this, the machine will switch off. This will light up red. That's a protection feature that allows you to remove the obstacle and continue using it. Check bag here. That will light up when the bag is full, and it also lights up if there's a blockage in the machine. And I'm going to show you how to clear blockages. So about blockages, you block this up even really badly, you don't need to take it to the repair shop. Like I said to you, if you suck a sock or something up it, it's going to light up red and give you a chance to extricate it and fix it. If you've blocked it up if the bag light tells you that the bag is full and you know the bag is not full, it is blocked. So all you need to do there, it's going to be either in the wand or in the hose here. You can take the hose out as you know. There's a clip here, squeeze it, out comes the hose. You can look down it, you can put something down it. If there's an obstruction in there, you can clear it. This wand, you can look down it like a telescope, you can put something down it. If it's blocked, you can clear it. If you've managed to block it up inside the machine, which is quite unlikely, but if you do, there's a button here you can press. Off comes the body, because the design of these is absolutely modular. There's a little inspection flap here you can open, and that takes you through to here. So if you've got something really badly stuck in there, you can get it out. These all click together in a rather satisfying Teutonic manner, don't they? So what next? Warranty is something people ask about. Wherever you buy a Sebo from, you're going to get, most people are going to get a 5-year warranty. There's 1 or 2 geographical restrictions to that for some reason, don't ask me why. Northern Ireland, I think, get 2 years, as do some of the remote islands in Scotland, just the remote outposts of the UK. But by and large, most people get a 5-year direct-to-Sebo warranty. And you're really quite unlikely to need to use it, and if you've had Sebos in the past, you'll already know that. But if you do need to use your warranty, you're going to speak to some people in the south of England who you're going to find very, very helpful, and they will solve the problem for you. You're not going to be on hold for 30 minutes like you would be with Shark or Dyson or Vacs or anybody like that. Sebo are really, really good with the warranty because, you know, the machines are so good. The people at the warranty department down there, they're hardly overworked. Now, if you're doing some research about different Sebos, I've done videos on the entry-level white one, I've done video on the entry-level pet, and we also do one called an XP10 Pro package, which is a commercial XP10, and it comes with a few other bits and bobs as well. You'll find that on our other videos. So I'm going to put the video for the white machine that I did over here, and I'm going to put the video for the black pet, the top of the range, over here. And as I said before, if you're a John Lewis customer, and they love us telling you this, if you're a John Lewis customer, we have articles on our blog all about how we can do better deals on any of the XL models that they have, but where you are going to end up is with this black pet. So give that some consideration. So if you're watching this on YouTube, below the video is a link to come through to our shop where you can buy one of these. We do delivery with Royal Mail tracked. There's no Hermes or Yodel or Every or any of that with us. It's Royal Mail tracked and signature. And also, if you're a YouTube watcher, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, you're welcome to email us, or you can talk to us in the comments below. And if you're watching this in the product listing in our own site, it's here in order to help you make an informed buying decision so you buy the right model for you. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.